You meet her at a coffee shop. She's gorgeous, laughing at your jokes, touching your arm when she talks. 3 months later, you're staring at your empty bank account, blocked on her phone, while she's posting Instagram stories with the guy she told you not to worry about. Your friends warned you. Your gut warned you. Hell, even her ex tried to warn you when you ran into him that night. But you didn't listen because you were thinking with your dick instead of your brain. Now you're another casualty of a stupid woman who left you broken, bitter, and wondering how someone so beautiful could be so destructive. Let me explain something that'll save your life. Stupid women are everywhere, and they're not hiding. They're advertising their dysfunction like neon signs in Vegas. Every red flag is waving, every warning sign is blinking, but you're too hypnotized by her body to notice her broken mind. You think you can handle it. You think you're different. You think your love can fix her. Brother, you're about to learn that stupid isn't a problem you solve. It's a disaster you survive if you're lucky. Here's what nobody wants to admit. Modern society is mass-producing these women. Every institution tells them their feelings matter more than facts. Every message says accountability is oppression. Every influence rewards victim mentality over personal growth. They're being programmed to destroy relationships while believing they're the ones being destroyed. And you're expected to date them, marry them, have kids with them, like it's normal. It's not normal. It's insanity. The first sign you're dealing with a stupid woman is the eternal victim story. Listen to how she talks about her past, every relationship. The guy was a narcissist. Every job she lost. The boss was sexist. Every friendship that ended, they were jealous. She's never once been wrong, never once contributed to a problem, never once been the villain in any story. In her movie, she's always the innocent princess being persecuted by evil forces. But here's the pattern you need to see. If everyone in her past is toxic, she's the toxin. If every situation ended badly, she's the ending. If drama follows her everywhere, she's creating it. This isn't bad luck. It's bad character. A woman who can't take responsibility for anything can't build anything. She's psychologically frozen at whatever age she decided the world owed her everything. Watch what happens when something goes wrong. She burns dinner, you distracted her. She's late, traffic was impossible. She forgets something important, you should have reminded her. Nothing is ever just a mistake. There's always someone else to blame, always an excuse, always a deflection. She's not living in reality. She's living in a carefully constructed fantasy where she's perpetually perfect and perpetually wronged. You know what this really is? It's narcissism disguised as vulnerability. She's not actually fragile, she's manipulative. Those tears when you confront her about something, that's not emotion, that's strategy. The dramatic stories about how everyone's hurt her. That's not sharing. That's programming you to never hold her accountable. She's training you to see her as the victim, so you'll never recognize that she's the predator. I remember this one situation. Guy comes to me, successful businessman, smart as hell in every area except women. He's dating this girl who's told him every sob story imaginable. Abusive childhood, toxic exes, mean bosses, jealous friends. He's spending fortunes on therapy for her, supporting her financially, being her emotional dumping ground. 6 months in, he accidentally runs into 3 of her exes at different times. You know what they all said? Same thing. She destroyed them. She cheated, lied, manipulated, then told everyone they were abusive. The pattern was so obvious, but he couldn't see it because he was blinded by her beauty and her tears. The second sign is the chaos addiction that she calls passion. These women don't want peace. Peace feels like death. They need drama, like junkies need fixes. If things are stable for a week, they'll create a crisis. Pick a fight about nothing. Accuse you of something you didn't do. Create an emergency that requires all your attention. She's not happy unless something's burning. You think you're in a passionate relationship because of all the intensity. The explosive fights followed by amazing sex. The breakups and makeups. The constant emotional roller coaster. Brother, that's not passion. That's trauma bonding. She's using emotional chaos as a drug, and you're both a dealer and addict. Every high needs a low. Every peace needs a war. It's not love, it's addiction. These women always have histories of abusive relationships. But here's what they won't tell you. They're attracted to chaos because they are chaos. Stable men bore them. Good men repel them. They don't want to be saved. They want to be enabled. They need someone who'll participate in their dysfunction, not challenge it. And if you try to bring peace to their storm, they'll destroy you for it. Look at her past relationships, not what she says about them. Look at the pattern. Short, intense, dramatic, explosive endings. She's never had a calm relationship because she can't tolerate calm. Her nervous system is wired for crisis. Without drama, she doesn't feel alive. Without conflict, she doesn't feel connected. She's not looking for love, she's looking for war. The thing about chaos addiction is it escalates. What gave her a high last year doesn't work this year. She needs bigger fights, bigger drama, bigger crises. Eventually, she'll manufacture situations that don't just damage the relationship, they'll damage your life. False accusations, public humiliation, involving your work, your family. She's not just burning her own life down, she's taking you with her. The third sign is the social media psychosis that consumes her existence. She doesn't live life, she performs it. Every moment is content. Every experience is a photo opportunity. Every emotion is a post. She's more connected to strangers online than to you in person. Her phone isn't a tool, it's her real boyfriend. You're just the guy who pays for her lifestyle while she maintains her digital fantasy. Watch her panic when she can't post. See how her mood shifts based on likes and comments. Notice how she creates false narratives about your relationship for public consumption. Happy couple photos while you're fighting, growth posts while refusing to change, presenting herself as a queen online while acting like a disaster in person. The woman on Instagram doesn't exist. It's a character she plays while the real her rots behind the screen. The validation addiction is destroying her from the inside. Every like is a hit of dopamine. Every comment is a dose of self-worth. Every follower is proof she matters. But it's never enough. The high wears off faster each time. She needs more, constantly more. More attention, more validation, more proof that she's special. And you can't compete with the instant gratification of 1,000 strangers telling her she's perfect. She'll be texting while you're talking, scrolling while you're eating, posting while you're trying to be intimate. You could be having sex and she'll still check her phone if it buzzes. Every notification is more important than your presence. Every online interaction matters more than your real connection. You're not dating a woman, you're dating her avatar's boyfriend. I've watched this destroy countless relationships. Men competing with an algorithm they can never beat. Your thoughtful compliment means nothing compared to 500 likes from strangers. Your presence is boring compared to the endless scroll of possibilities. You plan a romantic dinner. She's photographing the food instead of tasting it. You're trying to connect. She's trying to create content. The fourth sign is the manipulation mastery that would impress a psychopath. She's weaponized emotions, tears are tools, anger is currency, guilt is her specialty. Every boundary you set is controlling. Every standard you have is toxic. Every expectation is unfair. She's turned victimhood into a martial art and you're always on the defensive. When you bring up a legitimate issue, she cries, and suddenly you're comforting her about the problem she caused. When you need support, she makes it about her trauma. Your pain becomes her platform. Your problems become her performance. She doesn't support you, she competes with you for who's suffering more, and she always wins because she's willing to exaggerate, lie, and manipulate. The gaslighting is constant and sophisticated. She rewrites history in real time. That promise she made, you misunderstood. That thing she said, never happened. That fight you had, it was completely different, and you're crazy for remembering it wrong. She's not just lying, she's attempting to reprogram your reality. Stay long enough and you'll start believing her version over your own memory. Watch for the emotional terrorism, threats of self-harm if you leave, calling your family to tell them you're abusive, public scenes designed to humiliate you into compliance. She knows exactly how far to push without crossing legal lines. Every outburst is calculated for maximum damage. She studied you like a sniper studies a target. The manipulation extends to every area of life. She'll use sex as a weapon, giving it when she wants something, withholding it when she's punishing you. She'll use your insecurities against you, bringing them up during fights for maximum damage. She'll isolate you from friends and family, making you dependent on her for emotional support while she systematically destroys your self-esteem. The fifth sign is the inability to be alone. She monkey branches from relationship to relationship, never letting go of one branch until she's grabbed the next. There's always overlap, always a backup, always someone waiting. She doesn't date. She uses men as stepping stones, each one a temporary life raft until she finds a better boat. Being alone would force her to face herself, and that terrifies her, because underneath the makeup and attitude she knows she's empty. No real interests, no genuine depth, no internal life. Just an endless hunger for external validation. She doesn't know who she is without male attention. She only exists in the reflection of desire. This desperation makes her dangerous. She'll fake pregnancies to keep you, threaten suicide if you leave, claim abuse to gain sympathy, create drama to maintain engagement. She's not with you because she loves you. She's with you because she can't be with herself. And the second she finds someone who offers more validation, more resources, more status, she's gone. The overlap is always there. That male friend she's texting, that's your replacement in training. That ex who randomly reached out, that's her backup plan. That co-worker she mentions too often, that's her exit strategy. She's never fully with you because she's always partially with everyone else, keeping her options warm while pretending to be committed. I knew this woman, beautiful, charming, could get any man she wanted. She'd never been single for more than a week since she was 15. By 35, she'd been through 12 serious relationships. Each one started before the last one ended. Each man thought he was special, the one who finally won her. But she wasn't choosing them. She was using them as bridges to avoid the terrifying void of being alone with herself. The sixth sign is the financial destruction she brings. Always broke, but always shopping. Can't pay bills, but has perfect nails. Behind on rent, but buying designer bags. She treats your money like it's infinite and your generosity like it's mandatory. What's yours is ours, what's hers is hers. She'll drain your savings while calling you selfish for having boundaries. Her career is perpetually in transition, always about to start something big, always one opportunity away from success, always held back by circumstances. But years pass and nothing changes except the excuses. She doesn't want to work. She wants to be taken care of while maintaining the illusion of independence. Watch how she handles money. It disappears without explanation. Credit cards maxed out on nothing memorable. Constantly borrowing, but never repaying. She sees relationships as ATMs with emotional features. You're not building a future together. You're funding her present while she keeps her options open. The entitlement is staggering. She genuinely believes she deserves your resources simply for existing. Your hard work, your savings, your financial planning, all of it should be available to fund her lifestyle. And if you dare suggest she contribute equally, you're not a real man. She'll shame you for having boundaries while she bleeds you dry. Every expense is justified, every purchase is necessary, every financial boundary is abuse. She needs that $200 face cream for her self-care. Those designer shoes were on sale. That girl's trip to Vegas is important for her mental health. Meanwhile, you're working overtime to cover bills while she posts about manifesting abundance and deserving luxury. The seventh sign is the toxic friend group that enables everything. Divorced bitter women who need company in their misery, single party girls who resent your relationship, other stupid women who validate every bad decision. They gather for wine and character assassination, calling it friendship while poisoning everything good in her life. These friends will hate you immediately, not because of who you are, but because you represent stability that threatens their chaos. They'll plant seeds of doubt, water them with wine, harvest them during girls' nights where they convince her she deserves better. They need her to fail because her success would highlight their failure. Listen to how she talks about other women. Happy women are fake. Successful women are lucky. Stable women are boring. She doesn't want to rise. She wants everyone else to fall. She's not looking for inspiration. She's looking for permission to stay broken. The friend group operates like a cult of dysfunction. They share toxic dating strategies, compete for who's the biggest victim, celebrate destructive behavior as empowerment. They're not supporting each other's growth. They're enabling each other's decline. And your woman? She values their poisonous opinions more than your genuine partnership. Watch what happens after a girl's night. She comes home different, distant, critical, looking for fights. They've spent hours dissecting your every flaw, comparing you to their fantasies, convincing her she's settling. They've filled her head with stories of their own failed relationships, presenting them as wisdom instead of warnings. The eighth sign is the complete emotional dysregulation. She processes emotions like a toddler, immediately, intensely, destructively. Happy means manic. Sad means suicidal. Angry means violent. No middle ground, no measured response, no ability to feel without becoming. She mistakes intensity for depth, drama for passion, chaos for connection. Emotional intelligence to her means feeling everything at maximum volume. She's not deep, she's dysregulated, not passionate, just unstable. Not complex, just chaotic. Watch how she handles minor inconveniences. If traffic makes her cry, real problems will make her explode. If a bad day ruins her week, imagine what a bad month does. You're not dating an adult. You're managing a child in a woman's body. The emotional dysregulation gets worse over time. What starts as passionate becomes exhausting. What seemed like depth reveals itself as instability. You become her emotional regulator, responsible for managing her moods, preventing her meltdowns, absorbing her chaos. You stop being her partner and become her handler. Every emotion is a crisis. Every feeling is an emergency. She can't self-soothe, can't find balance, can't process anything without making it everyone else's problem. She'll call you at work sobbing about something minor, text you walls of emotional vomit at 3 a.m, demand immediate attention for every feeling that crosses her mind. The ninth sign is the complete inability to grow or learn from mistakes. Same patterns, different day. Same drama, different relationship. Same problems, different year. She doesn't evolve, she repeats. Every lesson life tries to teach her bounces off her armor of delusion. She'll make the same mistake 50 times and never connect the dots. Date the same type of toxic man repeatedly while wondering why it never works. Create the same drama in every job and blame every boss. Destroy every friendship the same way and never see the pattern. This isn't just stubbornness, it's a complete refusal to engage with reality. Growth requires admitting you were wrong, and she's incapable of that. Learning requires taking responsibility, and she won't do that. Evolution requires discomfort, and she avoids that at all costs. The 10th sign is the revisionist history of everything. According to her, she's never been loved properly. Every man failed her. Every situation was unfair. She was always giving more, trying harder, deserving better. But ask for specifics, and the story crumbles. The abuse was him having boundaries. The neglect was him having his own life. The toxicity was him expecting adult behavior. She doesn't remember relationships. She rewrites them, creating fictional histories where she's always the hero and everyone else is the villain. This revision happens in real time. The fight you had yesterday, already rewritten. The promise she broke, never happened in her version. Your entire relationship, constantly being edited to support whatever narrative she needs today. You're not living a relationship. You're living her creative writing project. Here's something crucial men miss. The stupid woman's relationship with truth is completely broken. Not just about big things, but everything. She lies about small things that don't matter, exaggerates stories for attention, creates drama where none exists. Truth to her is whatever serves her in the moment. She doesn't have a relationship with reality. She has a relationship with whatever narrative makes her feel good about herself right now. This extends to her promises. When she promises to change, she means it, for exactly as long as it takes to say it. When she swears she'll never do something again, she's already planning the next time. Her word means nothing, because words to her are just tools for getting what she wants in the moment. There's no connection between what she says and what she does, between who she claims to be and who she actually is. You want to see true stupidity in action. Watch her destroy something good and then wonder why she's unhappy. Watch her push away everyone who cares and then complain about being alone. Watch her create chaos and then cry about the lack of peace in her life. She's the architect of her own misery, but genuinely believes she's the victim of bad luck. That's not just stupid, that's dangerously delusional. Here's the test that never fails. Set a boundary and watch what happens. Tell her no, have a standard, expect accountability. If she respects it, there's hope. If she attacks, manipulates, or melts down, you have your answer. A stupid woman experiences boundaries as violence because she's never been told no. I'll tell you something else. Stupid women hate other successful women. Not compete with them, hate them. A woman who's built something real, who's accountable, who's mature, that's a mirror showing the stupid woman everything she's not. So she tears them down, calls them lucky, fake, boring. She can't stand evidence that growth is possible because it proves she's choosing to stay broken. The cost of ignoring these signs, everything. Your money, your sanity, your faith in love, your ability to trust. She'll destroy it all while playing victim, and when she's extracted everything she can, she'll leave for the next man, telling everyone you were abusive while you're rebuilding from rubble. But here's what men don't understand. You can spot them early if you stop thinking with your dick. First red flag, not the 50th. That gut feeling when she tells another victim story, that's wisdom trying to save you. That discomfort when she creates drama, that's instinct screaming danger. Listen to it. The solution is simple but not easy. Value wisdom over beauty, peace over passion, stability over excitement. Look for accountability, emotional regulation, the ability to be alone. Look for women who build, not destroy, who give, not just take, who can handle reality without constant crisis. Because here's the brutal truth. A stupid woman will take more than your resources. She'll take your faith in love itself. She'll leave you so damaged that when you finally meet a good woman, you won't be able to trust her. The cost isn't just what you lose to her, it's what you lose of yourself. These women are everywhere. Dating apps, bars, gyms, your social circle. They look like dreams and operate like nightmares. Beautiful disasters waiting for their next victim. And the only thing standing between you and destruction is your ability to see past beauty to the broken psychology beneath. You want to know why they're stupid? It's not about intelligence. Some have degrees, careers, achievements. It's about the choice to avoid reality, to refuse growth, to blame everyone else. They've chosen to remain psychological children in adult bodies. They've chosen feelings over facts, validation over value, appearance over substance. Modern culture created them, but biology drives them. They're wired for attention like men are wired for sex. But without wisdom to regulate that wiring, they become destructive. They use their beauty as a weapon and their emotions as ammunition. They're not partners, they're parasites with pretty faces. The stupid woman's greatest trick is making you feel guilty for having standards. You're judgmental for expecting accountability, controlling for wanting loyalty, insecure for noticing red flags. She'll make you question your own sanity for expecting basic adult behavior. Don't fall for it. Remember this, you can't fix stupid, can't love it away, can't wait for it to mature. Stupid is a choice repeated daily to avoid growth, and anyone choosing to stay broken will break you too if you let them close enough. Let me tell you what happens when you ignore these signs. You wake up 3 years later, financially drained, emotionally destroyed, legally entangled with someone who's already moved on to her next victim. Your friends tried to warn you, but you were convinced you could handle it. Your family saw the red flags, but you were blinded by beauty and hope. Now you're in therapy trying to understand how someone who claimed to love you could destroy you so completely. How someone so beautiful could be so ugly inside. How you, an intelligent man, could fall for such obvious manipulation. The answer is simple. You thought with your dick instead of your brain, and it cost you everything. The recovery from a stupid woman isn't just about money or time. It's about rebuilding your ability to trust, to love, to believe that not everyone is playing games. Some men never recover. They become bitter, suspicious, unable to connect. They let one stupid woman destroy their ability to recognize a good one. Don't be that man. Learn to spot them early. Trust your instincts. Value character over beauty. Choose peace over passion. Because the woman who seems boring compared to the stupid woman's chaos might be the one who actually builds something with you instead of burning everything down. The signs are there. The warnings are clear. Your instincts know the truth. The only question is whether you'll listen or whether you'll become another casualty. Another story she tells the next guy about her abusive ex, who expected her to act like an adult. Don't say you weren't warned.